Like Krasner out of pocket, man. Andrew Williams, good morning. People on Facebook, man. What's going on? Tanae, good morning. Gwen Somerville, good morning. Stephanie Kendall, good morning. Samia Fuller. Yeah. All right. We got Council Member Isaiah Thomas on here right now. We'll turn this music down, Zeke. Good morning, good brother.
Hey, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we definitely can hear you. We can hear you. I can hear you, Mike.
Yeah, I'm having some technical issues. My son just woke up right when I went to go live with you.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
And just for the record, could you tell the people your son's name?
Oh. His name is Isaac Quincy. We call him IQ.
All right, there you go. Oh, let me turn this joint up right here, man. Strong. All right, hold up. There you go. All right, so listen. This is Councilmember Isaiah Thomas. I know a lot of y'all was going back and forth in the comments with each other about basically the stop and frisk, the job inequality bill, and all that. So I just want to give you the opportunity to let the people know as far as what was your thoughts and your thinkings about the job inequality bill and how you feel about the stop and frisk, your story that you told and everything like that. And I definitely want to get your thoughts on the Supreme Court ruling yesterday about Larry Krasner as well.
So I'll go quickly because I know you got a lot of good guests here today. So first and foremost, for those who don't know, after job inequality was passed, we introduced a committee, what we're calling the oversight committee, to basically monitor the data. Because with the job inequality bill was a bill that required data be reported based on the stops that we see in more detailed information so we can assess what's taking place as it relates to motor vehicle code violations. So the Job Equality Oversight Committee has met twice, all volunteers, great group of folks being led by my office as well as the Public Defender's Office. And basically what we do is we assess the police data to be able to see where we are as it relates to motor vehicle code stops. We're not yet at the point where they are required to meet the mandate as it relates to the detailed information, like the ethnicity of the person that was stopped and why they were actually stopped. That stuff is still internal with them. But the more detailed information begins to be reported this fall. And so what we found is that since the bill has been implemented earlier this spring, stops have dropped significantly. I'll get you those exact numbers because I don't have them on me right now. And we've seen the percentage of the amount of guns that are actually caught in a traffic stop go up, right? So before, contraband in a gun was less than 1%, was found less than 1% of the time in motor vehicle code stops. Now that number is hovering around 10%. So because we've minimized what police can pull people over for, they're focusing more on enforcing motor vehicle code violations that actually are a public safety impact, which in turn has put us in a position where we're spending less money to do motor vehicle code stops, and we're a little more accurate as it relates to when someone is pulled over, a weapon and or some type of contraband being found. So we're going to continue to monitor that data because the truth is that part of the reason that could be is because way more people are carrying guns, right? So we don't want to take all the credit for it because the data is not yet clear enough to be able to tell us exactly the entire picture of what's going on. But we are monitoring it. It's going well as it relates to the state in the lawsuit as well as Harrisburg legislation. Our lawyers are working diligently as it relates to the lawsuit. As it relates to the Harrisburg legislation, all we can do is work with our partners on both sides of the aisle to try to figure out what we can do to make sure that the bill is not included in an amendment as an amendment related to another transportation bill in Harrisburg.
So just for the record, let me just ask you this. Just for the record, you saying since the driving equality bill has taken effect that more guns have been taken off the streets during the traffic stop?
A higher percentage. So when we first looked at this,
we made higher percentage. Zeke. Listen. Are more gun? We mean higher percentage. Are you saying more guns have been taken off the streets from car stops?
We don't have enough data yet to be able to determine if it's more guns, right? So like more guns means that last year before driving equality, we got 2,000 guns off the street.
Right.
Traffic stops. This year we'll get 4,000. I can't say that yet. What we know so far. Say again?
You said yet?
Yeah, I don't know that yet because I don't want to give.
All right, so when you gonna have the data? When is the data coming?
We should have it by actually early next year. That will tell us what we've done for the entire year. But what we do know is this.
All right.
Right. So before in the past, when people were pulled over, there was less than a 1% chance that police would find a gun.
Right.
Now that we're seeing less stops and for petty stuff and more stops for serious violations, the percentage of guns have increased. But like I know, we also know more people are carrying guns. So I can't definitively say that we're finding more guns because of the traffic stops, because once the data come out, the data can tell us that we're finding more guns because more people are carrying guns.
Right.
Like we know for that more people have asked for a license to carry. We know
No
for
doubt.
a fact that ghosts are a big problem. So what I don't want to do is take credit for something that might not be because of the bill.
That's what I was getting to.
Yeah. I don't want to do that.
Right. All right.
What literally might be because more people are carrying guns, and the data will tell us that. But right now, this is what the early indicators are saying. And, I'm bringing this information to you and other folks because I know people were talking about it. But we will formally communicate all this information by the end of the year. And we'll be able to let people know preliminary where we are by the end of the year, and then officially where we end up by early next year, because that'll be 1 year since the bill has been implemented in the law.
All right. So currently, right now, because somebody asked this, if I'm driving my car right now and my brake light is out, can a cop pull me over?
It depends on. It's kind of crazy. It depends on the brake light, right? So if you're driving an older car and you got a black eye and that whole side of your eye is out, that's considered a public safety hazard. If you got a newer car and you got one tail light out, that's not considered a public safety hazard, and you should not be getting pulled over. Right?
Wait. So if you got an older car, you get pulled over. If you got a newer car,
it's about the lights. It's about the lights on the back. So if you think about it, if somebody's driving and the whole side of that light is out, right? Like you keep your turn signal, the whole side of that light, like a black eye. How
Right.
Black eye joint is there. That can get you pulled over. But if you got one tail light out, you won't get pulled over for that. You're not supposed to get pulled over for that.
you're not supposed to. All right, let's move on, bro.
We also know, honestly, what we also know is that some of the motor vehicle code violations that we ask people that are in the bill, people are still getting pulled over for them right now.
Absolutely. That's what the people saying on Facebook.
We know, but we don't know who the officers are yet, and we don't know what the exact reason they're getting pulled over is. That's the information that'll be made clear to us by early next year. Because based on the bill, police are not required to report that data until this fall, because we have to give them time to purchase the technology and develop the systems that they need to be able to communicate that information.
Yeah, somebody said rear tail lights is never vehicle, and newer vehicles have daytime lighting, and just like the front. Yeah, right. All right, so listen. The stop and frisk situation, because a lot of people don't understand, what you was trying to say, as far as that's concerned. So can you go ahead and just touch on that real quick?
So basically, a lot of folks believe stop and frisk is a way to deter crime. And if the police have probable cause, if a crime has been committed and the man who committed the crime has a red shirt on with a blue Phillies baseball cap, you could be stopped for that. All right? If the man who committed the crime is, carrying a baby, dark-skinned guy, I could be stopped for that. If you fit the description, police can pull you over. That's called probable cause. They can stop you on the street. They can do what they do. Stop and frisk basically gives people the right to say, you look guilty, hands on the wall. And for those of us who kind of grew up in that era, and for those of us who recognize that the majority of police officers are not from Philadelphia, and for some of them, their first time interacting with people of color on a consistent basis is when they become a police officer. Do we really believe that they have the ability to be that subjective to recognize the radio show host, the councilman from the guy that is, committing crimes? Because, we all fit the description, but I just don't have faith in in that particular that particular method to be able to solve crime. We've seen it in the past, and it's basically trying to hit the lottery. You're just randomly pulling people over, you're randomly stopping people, and you're basically asking that to be a way to prevent crime. I would like police to focus on solving crimes. Ironically enough, based on the name of your page, part of the reason why your page exists is because of the number of homicides that happen in the city of Philadelphia that actually go unsolved. And we also know we have a lot of repeat offenders. So I don't see police as the body or the section of government that should be responsible for prevention. I see them as the first people who should be responsible for enforcement. And far too often, we ask police to prevent crime. And to be honest with you, if it's a big event or something like that, yeah, of course we want a police presence. I'm not saying we don't. But their job isn't necessarily to prevent crime. And if that's the way we want, we need community policing. We need beat patrol officers who are patrolling the same areas, who get to know the neighborhood, know the characters in that area, who can put themselves in a position.
But they say we got them, though. Not to cut you off, council member. Your colleague, Helen Gim, she said boots on the ground. They said they got violence interrupters. I just see them on Fox 29. It was an app came out. These guys with the Truce app. They say the people. I mean, what's going on?
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. The more boots on the
Well, that's what I'm talking about. Where they at? That's what I'm saying. Your colleague, Helen Gim, have you ever had a conversation with her and say, Helen, who are these boots on the ground? She was just on Fox 29.
I missed that one.
No, don't worry. I sent it to you. Don't worry about it. She said boots on the ground. She said they're doing a great job. And I kept saying all the time when they say boots on the ground, who are these boots? They say they got violence interrupters. That's what they keep saying. They gave all this money out the city. Jim Kenney, remember, 156 million? I've been very vocal about it. I had the Truce app guys on my live when they first came out. He said, app, you see something going down? Has anybody used this app? That's what I'm trying to find out. Who were the boots on the ground?
I don't know those numbers as it relates to that app. I'm somewhat familiar with the program, but
what numbers? What numbers you don't know about? The 156?
No, you said the who is using the Truce app.
Yeah, the Truce app, the guys, right. They've been promoted by the council people, Kenyatta Johnson, everybody. They say if you see something going down, call the app.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know those numbers. I don't know folks who use that.
Ikey Raw in the morning. Shoot us. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Is this y'all?
I haven't heard them.
Can y'all hear me? Hold up, y'all. I gotta call y'all right back.
So the boots on the ground folks I do know are the folks who respond once a homicide is committed.
Oh, you do know some boots on the ground people. All right, who's that?
I don't know the Truce folks, but the city has the partnership.
What do you mean you don't know Truce? You never heard about the Truce app?
I know about the app. What I'm saying is I don't know those folks to be able to know how many people are calling them, what type of numbers they have, what type of boots on the ground presence they have. I don't know the details.
Well, let's talk about the boots on the ground that you know.
So we know that we have a partnership with, I believe it's Pan, and they're the folks who go out on the ground.
Did you say Pan?
I mean, we know they've been in the news for some stuff that ain't the best lately.
Yeah.
They are the folks who are responsible for responding when a homicide is committed, going to the neighborhood canvas.
That's afterwards.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Again, the prevention side.
Tommy Blackwell works for Pan. Tommy Blackwell said pop the trunk. You seen the video, right? I ain't mean to bring you in on this, but you said it. You said Pan. You seen the video, Tommy Blackwell, he said pop the trunk on his kid's mother. He works for Pan. Another employee for Pan was shooting somebody in a bar. Hello?
I think that's why I haven't been the best organization right now. We know that.
But you just brought them up. You said they boots on the ground, council member.
You want me to tell you that they not?
No, I'm saying, but no, I'm not saying you're wrong, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I want you to talk, because these are the people that they saying boots on the ground. And just like you said, they come out after somebody been killed, giving out flyers.
Right. That's all the presence that I know of.
Thank you.
So I'm not saying that it's effective. We know it's not effective.
No doubt.
When we talk about homicide issues in the city, some of the things that we bring up because they're significant issues. So you're asking me a question, I'm going to answer your question.
No
the
doubt.
Organization is doing the best that they should be. That's still the answer, right? Like, I'm not going to say that Pan doesn't exist when we know they do.
Listen, they exist, but they just full of shit. I say it, council member, don't worry about it. Listen, it's no problem. They exist, they full of shit. We understand. The people know what's going on. You're a councilman, you're a politician, you got to do what you got to do. But as far as that's concerned, can I just get your thoughts? Because I had the family calling in. That was the family, David Jones. I'm about to call him back. It was a ruling yesterday with the Supreme Court. Came down and said, Larry Krasner, they ruled with the police officer. Now, as people know, you were one of the first people I called when David Jones was killed. I said, listen, I want to do something. This man was killed. And since then, I've been, very vocal in the city about, the politics and all the nonsense that go in the city. Yesterday, the Supreme Court said Larry Krasner was doing some nonsense with this. I'm quite sure you heard the story. So I just want to get your thoughts on this because this cop is going to walk. This cop is not going to be convicted for the murder of David Jones because Larry Krasner was doing all this nonsense with the grand jury. It came out yesterday. I'm going to have more information for the people, but I just want to get your thoughts on this situation about Larry Krasner and this nonsense.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, that is a situation. I feel. Well, first and foremost, I offer my condolences to the family because, I can only imagine what they're going through all these years throughout the course of this entire process. It's really sad. I haven't had a chance to read the court's rule, and like you said, it came out yesterday. So, like most other people, I'm curious to see, how did we get this one wrong? It's definitely disappointing. It puts us in a position where, again, on the one hand, we're talking about what we can do to address crime and violence in the city of Philadelphia. And then on the other hand, we're running into issues like this where we're saying, well, we wanted more of a police presence. And then when we do get a police presence and we have somebody who, is representative of the few bad apples that we have, that's in a bunch. And unfortunately, when you're a cop, when you're a pilot or when you're a doctor, there's certain professions that you just can't have bad apples. You just can't because the bad apple puts us in a position where often people who don't deserve it get things similar to what happened to David Jones. So the ruling is definitely disappointing. I'm curious to see what happened. I definitely will be reaching out to the DA's office because it's alarming. And again, my thoughts and prayers go out to the family. As I'm talking to you, I'm reading the comments here. I definitely understand why people are upset about the situation with Pan. What I will say is that we as a council body have been talking about this issue internally, and hopefully by the fall we'll have some solutions as it relates to the concerns that people have communicated around Pan. So I wanted to put that out there as well, too.
One of the employees is a pedophile. He admitted to having sex with a teenager, Tommy Blackwell. He went to the police a couple weeks ago and filed a police report and admitted to having sex. He still works for Pan, but nobody talks about this. And here you are saying that Pan is boots on the ground. So, you're my guy. I'm just, we talking. Ain't about nothing.
Yeah, but if I come on this joint and lie and say that...
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. See, you ain't coming on this joint bullshit, and that's what people don't understand. And they know what's going on. That's why you told them before. People ain't going to come on. You got to come on here, right? You can't come on here trying to bullshit Ikey Raw. It's not going to happen.
No, I feel people, I'm trying to respond to the comments, too, as well. But I just, as I go, because I know you got the family...
Yeah, I'm about to call them back right now.
Especially people of color, especially black folks, you know what I'm saying? I just don't want people to be so discouraged that they leave the city. You know what I'm saying? There is an agenda that exists that really wants to push a lot of folks out the city, and on a certain level is working. And there are a lot of us who are trying to do what we can to preserve people of color as it relates to the quality of life issues in the city. And sometimes when we get on these lives and we have these conversations and you hear information that's discouraging or disappointing, there's also stuff that's going on that we fight for every day to try to help people, and most importantly try to keep people of color in the city, because at the end of the day, the value of the city is going up, the value of the land is going up, and the city is changing rapidly.
Right.
Our communities, we're consumed by a lot of negative information, and there's a lot of crime and a lot of bad things happening in the city. But we say all the time, Philadelphia is the tale of two cities, and you got a lot of folks who are doing very, very well right now. So we're trying to figure out how can we get some of these folks over here who ain't doing so well to be able to cross over to this other side where we're watching people who are just, living in a city that's booming.
Right.
I'll be back.
No doubt. In closing, let me just get your thoughts on this impeachment process in closing. What do you think about the impeachment process, like Krasner, before I let you get out of here? In a quick 30 seconds or whatever.
So for me, the first and foremost thing that I worry about is the slippery slope as far as doors to be able to open up as it relates to elections, the results of elections, and things like that. I say to Krasner, and I'll say it all the time, he has to do a little bit better as it relates to the politics of this. And when people are so upset with you that they're willing to take the steps that people have taken, a lot of this stuff can be fixed with the conversation. As elected officials, we're public servants, we're servant leaders, and even the people that we don't like, we represent. And it's important that you have a lot of conversations and a lot of dialogue with people, so that even when you disagree with somebody, at least they understand what you're doing and where you're coming from. So, that would be what my words of advice.
Zeke, that's what.
And I'll be honest, I know some people support it, but we can't support
See, what the hell is you saying? I don't even know what the hell you're talking about right now. Hey, yo. Hey, look. My God. What the hell? I said, give me 30 seconds less about the impeachment. You talking about election results and all this. Hey, no, go ahead. Hey, look, enjoy the rest of your day, bro. I'm going to call the family back, man. I ain't got too much long on here. But no, I understand where you're coming from, though, but we know what's going on, man.
Because it will open up a slippery slope, and at the same time, you know what I'm saying, he got to do better with relationships. Relationships matter. You represent the entire city.
Right.
We the first city of the first class. You know what I'm saying? People won't do that if they understand where you're coming from and what you're trying to do. And that's how I feel. But on a certain level, too, you know, we got a lot of crazy Republicans in Harrisburg who are...
Whoa. We ain't going to throw shots at the Republicans. Listen, since you're throwing shots at the Republicans, then I'm giving you the information about Tommy Blackwell. Your office should be saying something about Tommy Blackwell being a pedophile working for Pan. Then, if we want to play them games, let's play them games. Your office, you just on here promoting Pan. I just told you a pedophile works for them. I got video of him saying pop the trunk. If you about stopping the violence, your office should be saying something about that later on today. Don't worry about the Republicans in Harrisburg. Tommy Blackwell said pop the trunk of Philly. Zeke, come on, don't do that, bro. We're not doing that. Don't do that. Not here, bro. Not today. Not on a day like this.
I already talked about that. We talking about...
Yeah, okay, so I can expect a statement from your office today about Tommy Blackwell, right?
I know you got to call the family.
No. Now I got to call the family. I see you. Now I got to call the family. All right, go ahead. Yeah, watch out. Yeah, stop playing. I'm on one today, man. Yeah, stop playing. Tommy Blackwell, Zeke. Tell your office, say something. Come on, man.
Go ahead.
Pan. Yeah, don't come at the Republicans. You see I got my red on. Stop playing.
I said crazy Republicans in Harrisburg.
Right. They in Harrisburg. We talking about Philly. Don't worry about Harrisburg, bro. I'm talking about Philly.
You asked me about Krasner. That's Harrisburg.
No, that's not Harrisburg. What's Harrisburg?
You said Krasner in the impeachment joint.
Yeah.
That's what we talking about.
Listen. But I said you was rambling on about that. Then you said they crazy Republicans in Harrisburg. But I asked you about Tommy Blackwell in Philadelphia. That's what I'm saying.
That's part of the narrative, too.
Why you said crazy Republicans? Why they crazy? Because they want to save lives?
No, I think that they're crazy because they're trying to say an election wasn't real.
That's not what they saying, bro. They never said that. No, that's not what they saying, bro. They saying that Larry Krasner, his policies. No, are you really saying this on my live? That's what you're saying impeachment about?
What are you talking about? Wait, we ain't.
Are you serious? You saying that this impeachment process is because the Republicans are saying the election process wasn't right?
No. That's not what I'm saying. No, that's not.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying that you asked me for an example of what makes the Republicans crazy in Harrisburg, and that's what I'm giving you. So I'm saying that there are people who support stuff like that.
No. Let's go back, bro. You said crazy Republicans while you was talking about the impeachment. That's what you said. You said this impeachment is because they saying the election wasn't right. I said, no, that's not what it was about.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh, you talking about the Trump election?
You asked me about the Krasner thing.
Right.
I explained to you my whole perspective of the Krasner thing, and then I also said crazy Republicans in Harrisburg are part of it too. You said, wait, what do you mean crazy Republicans? And I'm saying the same people who did things like the insurrection are similar.
Oh, right, okay, right. That's what I'm saying. That's where you're going. You're trying to come at the Republicans. The insurrection, listen, bro. The insurrection, none of that got nothing to do with Krasner impeachment, bro. You playing yourself. Stop the bullshit, Isaiah. Don't play with me, Zeke. The insurrection, none of that shit got nothing to do with your man, Larry Krasner, bro. And you know what the impeachment process is about, bro.
I don't think that's what I'm saying at all.
Bro, you bringing up them what does January 6th got to do with Larry Krasner?
You asked me for an example of what makes them crazy.
I didn't ask you for an example. I never asked you for an example. I said why? I said you said they're crazy. I already know why you're saying they're crazy, bro.
That's my bad. I misunderstood you.
Right. Y'all always misunderstand me, bro. Because y'all think y'all politicians, y'all think y'all can out-talk Ikey Raw, bro. Y'all can't out-talk me, bro. Just listen to me. That's all I'm saying, bro. We know where you're going with the talk, bro. We know Larry Krasner, your man. We know you on that progressive bullshit, bro. Like, stop playing, man. This a family we talking about. Larry Krasner ain't shit, and you know it, bro, as a black man. As a black man, bro. You sit up here talking about the insurrection, bro. January 6th. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This crazy, man. You talking about the crazy Republicans, bro. Come on, bro. That's crazy, man. Anything else you want to say, man? I'm about to call the family David Jones right now. This is ridiculous, man.
Yeah, you got it, bro. Have a good one, man.
You too, man. I'm gonna holler at you later on, but I expect something from your office about Tommy Blackwell, bro, because you know he's a pedophile. And you know you said pop the trunk, so we should expect something from your office today, bro. You at large. You don't support one district. You support the whole city.
I agree.
No doubt.
Have a good one.
Absolutely. I'm about to call him back right now. That's crazy, man. I ain't think, but you know, these politicians, man, they politicians, man. That's what they is.